Hello, 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 Bu Squaller here, bringing you episode 239. Yes, 239. Got to upload a bunch of videos. I had to turn on my internet speed because it was too slow, and I think it's still too slow. But I'm gonna find out in a little bit. I'm gonna upload a video before I get started going through here. But it looks like we need to. That's interesting. So this did not show up until I reloaded the game. So next time I have to remember just to reload the game, and it'll show the list of the players. We need a team trainer, huh? It's been long enough. Can I make 100 over 5? World class team trainer. Here, I can't wait till they fix this and make it a little bit better, more useful. Let's see what else. What else? What else do we need there? Nothing. So we won the Super Bowl, 25-17. Yay! Super Bowl, Super Bowl 6 for us. 2 Super Bowl losses, 6 Super Bowl wins in 15 years. We are the Patriots. It's easy in this game, even with my adjustments. I'm thinking about making more adjustments to it, but I'm not. I don't know yet. So, because I was going to do the rebalancing, but I mean, we got to win 3 Super Bowls in a row, or lose 3 Super Bowls in a row, win 5 Super Bowls overall, win 5, lose 5 Super Bowls, or go undefeated. That's like the 5 reasons. And I don't know if we'll ever see that again, but we might. We're 1 Super Bowl closer to getting to 10. We're at 6. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about our draft picks. I'm going to go and go by year. I can't go first, and then we do this. I don't know if I can. Okay, so what we got here for our draft picks, we're going to do first round draft picks still on the team. Remember, our first draft pick was in 2017, and we are now in 2030. So, oh, this did not work like I wanted it to. This that work? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. First off, we don't have a 17 draft pick. You know that. We have an 18 draft pick. He's been on the team for a long time. Neil Stallings. He is 33 years old now. Does that mean? Oh, you know what? We have to look at player regression. Nope. No. Player regression hasn't hit in yet. Next week. Okay. Neil Stallings, 33 years old now. As of this, yeah, because he still has 88 speed. Been on the team, 20-year-old. Remember, he was one of the ones that got the 20-year-old thing, and he was slow development in the beginning. So he's come a long ways and had a long career. But as you can see, he missed a lot of time. Missed a lot of time. Playing in how many games? 9 of 16, so he missed 7 games. Injury, but no, he had 66 tackles, a tackle for a loss, 3 interceptions, which led the team, because we don't intercept the ball. We don't have playmakers. Secondary, apparently. 5 pass defended, 2 forced fumbles on 600. First in teams, I give him a B minus. You know, injuries happen. It was not the greatest year for him, but he was 32, 33 years old now, you know, so he's getting up there. The next one is a 22 first round pick. We don't 19, 20, 21. We have 2 of them. Ron Brazell, who was the number 1 pick overall, got the plus 10s, and then I decided that was not great, and I knocked him down. when we did the not eligible for the plus 10, plus 9s. He got bonuses for that, and then he got the rebalancing. So he got a B minus on the season. 78 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 interception. See, that's way down. 18 pass defense, first on the team, and 1 forced fumble on 1,089 snaps. He just didn't intercept the ball a lot. He had a lot of knockdowns, and the team in itself only had 1 player with more than 1 interception. The rest of the team had all just 1 interceptions. Next up on our thing was Vince Trent. Did not resign Vince Trent. I'm gonna go from here. Easier anyways. Because I was gonna franchise him. I think I still have to. And he probably won't start the season. Because we're really low on running backs. And he's still good, you know? I mean, he's still solid. What, the 13th rated running back, I think? Yeah. So, Vince Trent, he ran the ball 408 times for 1860, 19 touchdowns on 912 snaps. I didn't take the percentages down or whatever. Any 41 receptions and 5 touchdowns. So he accounted for 24 total things. Got hurt just prior to the playoffs. He had the best running back award, but he did not get. It didn't. I don't know what happened. It glitched. So he didn't get that. But he's getting up there. He's 30 now. You know, that's the cliff for running backs in the NFL. Again, May, one of his down years because he was hurt during the playoffs. I mean, it wasn't a 2,000-yard running back. That's what it is. Our 2025 first-round picks. We had 2 of them too. Cornerback Fenton Pettis really hasn't. I mean, he's an 87 overall now. He had 87 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 6 pass defenses, 1 forced fumble on 1,120 snaps. Second on the team in tackles, and tied second for interceptions too. Oh no, he didn't have any interceptions. He's just not a playmaker. He's a man-to-man corner that's pretty good, and give him a B minus. We had number 1 ranked defense, so I left guard in the first round that we picked that year. 25. He missed some time too, but when he came back and in the Super Bowl and stuff, it really helped. But we couldn't run the ball anyways because we didn't have Vince Trent. He didn't give up any sacks, and I don't know if I trust that snap. On 970 snaps, I gave him an A. Pretty good. 2026 first round pick does not exist, so 2027 we got an end. Taking him a little bit time to develop into a good tight end. But this was his best year. He had 80 catches for 860 yards and 6 touchdowns and 1,240 snaps. First in catches in the team, second in yards, second in TDs. Very solid A minus for him. And Jabari Mack was a first round pick that we had in 2027 as well. And we traded him halfway through the season. He was slow development. 20 overall. He was placed for Lions. And he did good. You know, he's just didn't have the development top end that I was looking for. 2028 was Bronson Walsh, quarterback that won a Super Bowl. So he's got an incomplete grade, but he won a Super Bowl. And no one take that away from him. He is the Trent Dilfer of the league. Next up is Lewis McLaughlin. He was a 2029 first round pick. Our strong safety. The number 2 pick overall. And, but doesn't get the +9, so him A minus. Pretty solid. It's pretty solid. He had a very good playoff game, 105 tackles, which first in the on our team. 11 pass defenses, second in pass defenses. Pretty solid, you know. He's just gonna get better. He's 24 years old, 88 overall, superstar talent. So expect big things for him in a couple of years. First round pick in 2029 was another tight end, and he was kind of not a great pick. 74 overall, the 22nd pick overall. He's second on the team right now in tight ends, and they gave him incomplete grade. He played 239 snaps and had 4 catches for 57 yards. So he's a lot of blocking and stuff. I mean, that, you know, he was on special teams, so it's hard to say that he had a chance to catch the ball every time because he really doesn't. Run plays and special teams, but a solid backup. We have first round pick in 2030, 2 of them. Craig Billups, the defensive tackle. He is backing up Adrian Best, so going to be a few bit, and he's a pass rushing defensive tackle with low strength. Kind of makes me nervous, and I might move him to a right end, left end position. Not try to make him a defensive tackle, but right end or left end. But he did not have enough snaps. He had 224, 16 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss and a sack. Not enough snaps to get a grade, so got an incomplete based on my thing. And then we had a first round running back in 30 as well. 30 draft picks. Great. He sat on the practice squad. First round pick, sitting on the practice squad. That's our first round picks that are remaining on the team. That was the second round picks. Okay, so second round pick, nothing earlier than 2023 for the second round picks, and it is a guy that we're not resigning and has been in many positions. Started off as a left guard, right guard, and now is the right tackle. Melvin Igba, 30 years old. Put on from him. He just wants too much. So his strength is decent. Can't do it. He had 7 sacks given up on 209 snaps. I don't know how much I trust that, but I give him a B. The second round pick in 2023, so 2 of them, 2 second round picks, and the other one was our starting defensive tackle. Going away. Very good, and he's been slow development his whole career. You can see that, you know, now Father Time is catching up to him, but that big strength, he'll be fine for a couple more years, and he has a lot of experience available to him. We got 5,000 experience for his 35 tackles. So he got a B minus. We were not good against the run, but we run a 3-4, so that's kind of that. 41 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, a sack and a half. On 623 snaps, he didn't play a lot, so he must come out. Let's look how that looks compared to prior years. Yeah, 16 games. He got bumped off a lot, so that's kind of interesting. I don't think that was by his choice. We had a second round center in 2025. Our starting center. He didn't give up any sacks. Sacks a gun. Got an A. Second round 2027 was Ish corner. Kitty. Third on the thing. He's been definitely passed by Fenton Pettis. Same age. But he's got 94 speed. And I give him C+. 62 tackles, a half sack, interception, 9 pass defenses, so third in pass defenses, tied second in sack interceptions. C+, he's pretty solid. Good nickel corner with 94 speed. Corners are all pretty solid except for Jamal Johnstone speed-wise. Next second round pick in 2027, the man that changed positions from right end to outside linebacker. just want to change something real quick here. He's kind of like a project player that I want to succeed, but he's not. So 78 snaps, that's good. Or 78 tackles, pretty good. 4 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions, pass defense, forced fumble on 835 snaps. Just it's just not quite there. I mean, maybe it's the stats. I don't know. Can't quite get there. Have the right moves, I guess. Finesse rusher that should be doing pretty good, but sacks are not there. Second round pick in 2028 was a corner, Lloyd, and he's got slow development. He's our dime corner, but he didn't play enough to even get a grade. He had 250 snaps, exactly 10 tackles, 1 interception. It's not great. 250 is my cutoff. It's incomplete grade, otherwise it would have been like a D. We had a free safety in the second round that we drafted in 2028, and he got cut during the practice squad or preseason. So, never good, 2028. 2 years on the practice squad and didn't have practice squad eligibility. Didn't make the team. That's kind of a bust. Then we had a defensive tackle that we took in the second round in 2028. So both 2028. We had 3 2028 second rounders, and none of them have contributed greatly to the team. But that Cantu was a defensive tackle that we had. We traded him in week 8. And for the trade thing here, he was traded plus a third for DeAndre Henderson, who had a great Super Bowl run, the wide receiver. So did help out in a way, In a way, he did win it. Help out. Let me go back to my draft tracker. Continue down the road here. Second round pick, 2029, was the man, the myth, the legend, the quarterback. Has righted the ship since Aaron Rodgers has left. Donald Groves, we will not move on from him. He got hurt and didn't play much in the Super Bowl. And his backup did okay, but would have won probably more handedly with his backup or with him in the game. Well, I get him A-. He's second in quarterback thing. No. But 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 97.2 rating. Ran the ball a little bit. Pretty good. Second round pick, 2029. We have 3 of them total. We have Mason Day, the left guard. Got to play a little bit. Is not as good as Glenn, just by ratings and everything. And it was obvious when they were in. But he didn't give up any sacks on 280 snaps, apparently. So I give him B+. We had a free safety in the second round who is third on the depth chart, and he had 21 snaps, so he didn't get he got incomplete. And then 2030, I made a switch in the playoffs, and it worked out okay. To put left end Dustin Schmidt over Eric Fontaine, because Eric didn't really do much, but then Dustin really didn't do much either. And then there's the whole, he's got slow development, 87 strength versus 90 strength, normal development. But I guess we learned from Adrian Best, maybe that doesn't matter, Maybe we stick with this faster left end. Stop the run in, get to the quarterback a little bit better, I guess. I don't know. He got an incomplete pass because he only played 69 snaps, but he played in playoffs, and he did good because we won the Super Bowl, obviously. Defensive tackle in the second round, 2030. A lot of second round picks in 3. Russell Herbert is a possibility, and he has quick development. 7 speed. He is a balanced, and this guy's a pass rushing. Oh, this is going to be a big battle right here. This who takes over. Like Russell has more possible development, so incomplete there. That's the second rounders that are on the team. Now we're into the third rounders, and the first third rounder is a left outside linebacker that we're not going to re-sign. At 80 snaps he played in, and that's an incomplete grade. And he's in his 4th year, and he's always been active on the team, but not great. 2027 pick. 2028 strong safety. He's gonna be a little quicker because they didn't get as much playtime or whatever. But strong safety. There's Hammond backing up McLaughlin. 261 snaps, 13 tackles. I gave him incomplete. I'm going to change that because he is over the 50 limit, and it's going to be a D plus. So our fullback was a 3rd round pick, and he's plugging along. He got because of my screw up in the Minnesota game, he got to play and be a running back for a while, and had a good time with it. He's 80 overall. Star with possible development. He's going to be a free agent next year, so we'll have to sign him a contract. I'm good with him. He got a B minus for his stats and ability to block. Left outside linebacker in the 3rd round in 2030. Got some potential. Needs the time. Weldon. With McAdley possibly leaving. Benton Bond not really doing much. Michael might be our starting left outside linebacker next year. He'll be better than Kelsey Steed, but there's a good possibility. He played 483 snaps, 25 tackles, a half sack, so he didn't really get to the quarterback too much, but we'll see. Give him a C. So that's the end of the 3rd rounders. There are only 4 3rd rounders on the team. 4th rounders. We got some 4th rounders to go. And we got one of our better right tackles. No. Was a right tackle. Switched over to left tackle. So right tackle to left tackle. You just mark it down. Jordan Matson. Very solid player. I lost it. I'm sorry. Gave him a B plus. He did not give up 5 sacks as a left tackle. It's pretty solid. B plus. Didn't run as well because Trent was gone. It's going to running backs going to be interesting next year. Next up, free safety. 4th round free safety. Second on the list here, Devonta Slade. Gave him a C for his 310 snaps, 323 tackles. He's not. I don't know how much of that is special teams. Maybe 100 plays are special teams, and you're not going to get many tackles for a loss or interceptions or anything like that on a special teams play. Eric Fontaine, who got benched. Left end. Going to be battling for his starting position next year, though he did a little bit better than Dustin. I don't know. And like I said, it's a hard one because Dustin is younger, but I think Eric is a little more solid. Hard to say, but I gave him a C plus. Practice squad player, right end. Okay, that was the 4th rounds. We're in the 5th rounds, and we're going to see more practice squad players or whatever. But we have occasional, there's an occasional gem. Will Radovich is a 5th round pick. I signed to a contract, and he has just never done anything for the big bucks he's making. That's my fault. He had a good first year, and then that's it, you know? Yeah. Making good money to sit on the bench, let me tell you. What a mistake. And then the shocker of them all, the 2028 player who was on the practice squad for 2 years. 2 years he was on the practice squad. Jason Wims. And I did not expect the results that I got for him sitting on the practice squad for 2 years and then getting a chance to start 79 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, 10 sacks, pass defense, 2 forced fumbles, second in sacks, second in 10 in tackles for a loss on the team. That's an A. He got an A. It was just 5th round gem that just blew up, and he got that's the Pro Bowl, right? Yeah, Pro Bowl appearance. So his career is solid. Unfortunately, he did sit on the bench or sit on the practice squad for 2 years. So he's 26. So we'll have next year with him, and then we'll have to decide what to do. We had a wide receiver in the 5th round that got signed off our practice squad. Wasn't anything special, and the team, like San Francisco, signed him, and he was last on their team. I didn't understand that at all. But, yep. And then a kicker that we sat on the practice squad because I thought that he had enough power kicking. It didn't work out, so kicker sitting there, and now that's the 5th rounders, and there are 4 5th rounders on the team that I drafted, and now the 6th rounders include a guy that got hurt, but was our kick returner, punt returner, kick returner guy. One of the, I don't remember which one, but kick returner, Finlaw, and he has dropped down there and gonna have a hard time picking the team, but he got an incomplete grade. Weird. Fixing something. 13 catches, 176 yards, 2 things. I signed him to a deal too, you know. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. My 7-year-old now. He's fast. He'll be fast for 1 more year. A right outside linebacker in the 6th round in the team practice squad. Then he got onto the active squad. And then he had a really good year last year, but I switched teams and put Kelsey Steed in there, and he didn't really have a chance to play. He only played 96 snaps, and he didn't get anything. Then we had a left tackle that we sat on the practice squad in the 6th round. We had a wide receiver that we cut in week 2. We lost. Left end, Wayne Clifton was signed off our practice squad in week 3 of the practice season. And then we got our 7th round. Oh, that was our 6th rounders. And I just realized change. Sorry. Put these on my sheet for the people that are not on the team for next year so they don't come across. And I sort. Basically, 6th and 7th rounders just go away quickly. They come and they go. All right, so 7th rounders. It looks like there are 2 7th rounders that are still on the team after this one. The rest of them have all been cut or cut week 6. Right. Glenn Joby, a wide receiver, we cut in week 6, and then 2 practice squad cuts. Kevin Rouse and Jaden Galeston, right tackle. But our 7th round pick that has been on the team for quite some time. He is our punter. So he kicked the ball out of bounds a lot. That was very strange, but he's a 96 kick power now at 34. And then Fats, lastly, got to sit back and enjoy the Super Bowl win Glenn Joby, right tackle. Can't pick. Nope, it's not right tackle. Jackson Lloyd. I'm sorry, Jackson Lloyd. So there we go. That's all. That took 30 minutes. That's all of our picks on our team. Let's quickly follow that up with players we signed and re-signed just for those things. So we signed during the off season. We needed some middle linebackers, but a middle linebacker Josh Lacey, and we signed Antonio Perryman, and we had some linebacker problems. So there was a point there where we're desperate for middle linebackers, and then they all got healthy, and then I had to get rid of extra ones so I could get running backs. But Perryman, and he's the backup. So he's 28 years old, so Taylor Brighton is gonna probably pass him. Felt like this was a strong position, and now I don't anymore. So kind of interesting. Perryman will be here. We signed him to a 3-year deal. And he got a C plus for his time. 61 tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, 3 pass defense, and 2 forced fumbles, 576 snaps. We signed wide receiver Lewis Cummings. Wide receivers worked out really, really well. Cummings here. 28 now. 60 catches, 620 yards, 7 touchdowns. Tied first in TDs, fourth in yards. Again, a B minus. He actually was not the better of the receivers, but he made some phenomenal plays. Next up, we signed a 4-year deal to a project linebacker that I kind of fell in love with, and then I realized not speed and stuff, but 4th on the list, and he'll be 4th on the list next year. It was a 4-year, $9.6 million deal. It wasn't expensive or anything. So. But yeah, 26 tackles on 267 snaps. Basically, I gave him a B plus, a D plus. I mean, Benton Bond. Benton Bond was a left outside linebacker we signed as well because we were just desperate to fill in those linebacker positions. Like he was pretty solid, and he didn't really do well. So 33 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, a sack on 646 snaps. I mean, he just minus 0. But okay, next up. In the second offseason thing, we decided to look at wide receivers again because we had some salary cap left, and I picked up Byron Jackson, who had some great regular season plays stuff, and I gave him a B plus because he was 61 catches for 739 yards, 7 touchdowns, first in touchdowns, 13 yards. And then he was pretty solid during the regular season, and he just did play well. So I was very happy with it. We signed a kicker because our kicker was not good. We signed a kicker to a 1-year deal, which I'm surprised they did that. I should deal. Have to think about kickers. He did good. He went to Pro Bowl. Signed a cornerback, a depth corner, and time to play, 68 snaps. Signed a center, did a backup center. At one point, signed him in the preseason. You do that part, backup center there, incomplete. Halfback, we had to sign a halfback because we ran into halfback issues. He actually turned out pretty good. He's got some great speed on him, but falls down easily. Definitely a speed back. And he won a Super Bowl, and it was on him because he was the one, like the only one really. I mean, we signed another halfback just before the Super Bowl, but signed a man to the right end, so that doesn't matter. And then we signed 2 middle linebackers, and later on we cut them. We signed them on week 6 with all the injuries, linebackers, and then they got cut just before the Super Bowl. Nick Darden and Justin Stoyer, so they're not important. Signed Matt Goings, a wide receiver. Playoffs, he had 1 or 2 good plays, but it was just simply speed wide receiver. As you can see, my 96ers all sitting here at the bottom. You're gonna might as well bring something to the table, and speed is speed. So we signed a running back up. Do so well, but it doesn't matter. So he won't be on the team anyways. I have to put him on the not resigned eventually. That's our signed players, and then our re-signed players. Adrian Best we already talked about. Ron Burzell we already talked about. Lindsey Frazier, free safety that we traded for at one point. Re-signed him to a deal. He got C+. He's not great, but he's not bad. He's just a guy. Just the guy stays around for 3 more years. 4 years, 3 years. We signed Ish, Kelsey Steed, Taylor Barton. We traded for, so that was the linebacker we traded for, and he got a C- for his 415 snaps. Didn't really do much, but Neil Stallings was out, and everybody's out. We're pretty desperate. And then for the not resigns, Vince Trent was not resigned. We talked about him already. Melvin Kigaba was not resigned. Cleek Gatterly was not resigned. Darius Hammond, Casey Clifton, Jage Jasper, not resigned. Wide receiver. But we're going to talk about 2 of them. We got Christopher Goldman, who played right guard for us here. Not the future week, but he wasn't bad either, I guess, So we gave him a B. Gave up 2 sacks. But Cleek has been on this team, and then we didn't re-sign him because I was like, I don't really want to re-sign him. He's not that great. And then we signed him during the off-season back. This is his position. He is a 3-4 pass rushing left outside linebacker. I mean, all day long. All day long. He is amazing this year. 29 now, but I'm just shocked. Look, like it's just really like, I mean, it's good tackles. And then it was like, well, we barely used them at all. And then this right here, 13.5 sacks, an interception, 5 tackles for a loss. That's 18.5, tackles for a loss. It was pass deflected here. Forced fumble. He just beasted out, and I was super impressed. And unfortunately, he is now 29 years old, so I don't know, But, yep, there's that. Drafted players. And then the last one we did, the guy that we traded for, Andre Henderson. He's still under contract because he had a year and a half left or whatever. He's an outside wide receiver. I gave him a C+. He played phenomenal in the playoffs, though he missed a lot of time. He got hurt a lot. It was a bittersweet, like, oh man, this guy's hurt again. And then in the playoffs, it was like, oh, this guy's awesome. So that's it, guys. That's the discussion about all of our team, and I'm happy that we won a Super Bowl, and I'm happy that we're moving to the off season now, and 2030 is in the books, and 2031 is coming up, and I got so many videos to post. Gross, but we're gonna advance to the off season. And we'll just look one more time. Beautiful box score. Rodgers makes me sad. Bears got hurt. Groves got hurt. He wasn't doing good. He didn't even throw the ball. He had 1 pass attempt completions. Ronson Walsh, man, I didn't expect that. I thought we were done in the water, and then Mears got hurt. Great. All right, off season, here we come. Okay, we're going to finish up this episode by looking at the gross, disgusting not fun, but very realistic. Not really realistic. Kind of sort of realistic, except for like the hammering on the speed thing. I mean, 32-year-olds just can't even run anymore. Barely walk. Vince Trent, 24 points. Getting older. Spencer Sutherland, doesn't matter. Neil Stallings. That's a painful one. 23 points. Cleek McGiley. Adrian Best getting a little older. Ron Brazell here. Jackson Gunn. Jonathan Bradham. Scott Murray. Kick power went down 2 points. Melvin didn't really have too bad of a... That's kind of surprising. Lewis Cummings went down a little bit. He went down 2. Still 90. Aaron Jackson up to 90 as well. And then injury issues or whatever. Neil Stallings has 86 overall speed. We might do the middle linebacker, bump him up to 90, but I don't think he's going to go past 34. I just think that's the end of the line for it, so I don't know if that's worth it or not. The running backs, maybe Vince Trent gets the buff. Ride him out a couple more years. 84. Oh boy, I don't know. No, but we let Vince Trent walk. Do we? I don't know. But that's where I'm gonna end it, guys. Thanks for watching. That's episode 239. 240 we'll have a Vince Trent special because we have to decide what to do about Vince Trent. So we'll see you then. Bye.